So, good morning, y'all. Good morning. This is Group G, and we are Jeremy, Laura, and Sylvia, ready to have our design discussion. So, how y'all doing today?
Good. How are you?
A little tired, but I'm great. Great for an old man.
I'm a tomato over here.
It's all right.
Weather, you're talking about weather-wise?
Yeah, I was outside all day yesterday, so I'm
Oh.
sunburnt all over my face. Hence why I don't have my glasses on because it hurts my face. My forehead is crispy.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
And my
Yeah,
eyelids are burnt.
you gotta get
Ouch.
you a sun hat.
I wasn't expecting to burn. I don't ever burn. But yesterday I burned. I
Yeah.
burned.
It's a first Sunday in every month. Remember that.
I know. And maybe it's because I haven't been like really out and exposed to the sun recently. I don't know.
Mm.
But
Well, with this schedule here, man, I don't
I'm
think
gonna be stuck
That's
inside
what
for
I
a
was
while.
just thinking.
man, I had to squeeze some outside time in. I'm not lying.
No, I understand that. Same.
I spent all day messing with the letterhead and well anyway, I know we're gonna have time to talk about the projects. I know we're gonna have
Yep.
time. So let's get into our first design question. The first thing I want to talk about, I would say it was learning about immersive media. And I think the example they gave, or maybe it was an example I read, it was Harvey Dent, Harvey Dent from Gotham City. It was like from an election day poster. I thought that was, I never thought about immersive media that way. I thought it was interactive, but immersive is something new. I never really heard of that.
Personally, I didn't even realize like that there was so many different types of media. I always just thought like, there was print media and then there was like, the interactive type where it's like video and like,
Mm-hmm.
web and all of that. I didn't realize that there was different categories of different media.
All
So
right.
that kind of opened up my mind to, oh wow,
Mm-hmm.
there's other sources.
Or even with the video media, like the VR. I mean, that's
Yeah.
something new in my era. I mean, I'm what, 60. So I mean, I'm like
Mm-hmm.
60 years old, and things like
No
virtual
way.
reality. Yes, yes.
There is
Hey,
no
look,
way. You look
I had
so
a VR
young.
game back in the day.
Now you're not. How old are you though? 30 something?
32.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'll
oh,
be
It was a
29
Mario.
this
I
It
could
year.
was
be
a
how.
Mario. Before they had the Wii, it was called Virtual Boy. You put it over your eyes, and the
Oh,
ball come at you. You get. Oh.
I remember that, but I
What
thought
was
that was
that?
the Wii. I didn't remember it with the Mario. Yeah.
They had a Virtual Boy. It's like it was a little kickstand. You put it on the table, put it over your eyes. You got a joystick, and it's
When was that?
this. I had been like 8 or so when this
I
got.
don't even remember that. And I'm not too younger than you. I'll be 29 this year, but I've never
You,
seen that.
I know
And
a lot of people never heard of it, but I had one. You should look it up. Virtual Boy. It's
I
real.
didn't I didn't get introduced to like the virtual until like, PlayStation came out with that VR set. And that's
Oh, this late in the game.
I know I was very late in the game when it came to like
But
VR.
So what is the
Laura, please tell me about that VR y'all had.
Yeah.
well, no, but not way back when. I'm talking about just the most recent. I've not been introduced to any of that. Even the Wii. I didn't do the Wii. I knew that the Wii existed, but I just always thought that was a lot of fun that I would like to have done that. But I've not. My son and my daughter are the techno geeks or whatever. They're into all the gaming and they're into all that, and I kind of just worked a lot and took care of youngins and that kind of
The
thing.
youngins, I like
Yeah,
that.
the youngins.
Mhm.
But I was at my son's but even advertisement through that, even when you do the game, they've got their sections or starts when it starts off, it's advertising even other things that's coming up within that. So I mean, the
You're right.
advertisement aspect of that is just phenomenal. When we were at my son's, it's the newest one that you put on your head. The oh, I
The
don't know.
Oculus.
Yeah, there you go. But I put that on. I've never been on anything like or had anything like that on. And we were in the middle of his living room, and he said, just put this on, Mom, it'll be fine. We had a bunch of company, you're laughing. But
I have because I can
I've
only
never had anything like that on well, I put it on and we're standing there and he said, all right, you're going to have to pay attention, Mom, whatever, here he goes. You feel like you're on the elevator. I mean, you are literally on the
Oh,
elevator.
you did the
It goes
elevator
all the
one.
way up to the very top of that building. Well, then the elevator doors open and there's nothing but the ground billions of feet below you. I screamed. I started screaming that thing up. I just about, my son said, don't break it. Don't break it. I said, like, I felt like I was like right there about to jump out of that building. But I mean, you don't realize how, I mean, nothing changed. It was mentally, you're right there in the living room. I didn't go anywhere. Nothing
Mm.
changed in my environment as far as physically in reality. But
Mhm.
that moment, when that
Wow.
elevator door opened, just your brain, it's almost like I guess that's why
It's
it's called.
real.
That's right.
It's
So
real.
cool.
Yeah.
And I mean, advertisements to get to people as far as like advertising and that kind of thing, to actually put people into that environment of what you want them to feel, what you want them to get out of whatever the
Mhm.
product is that you're wanting. How awesome of that as
That
far
is.
as a sales tactic.
Whoa. I never thought about it like that.
Have you
Whoa.
guys ever seen the show Upgrade?
Mm-mm.
It's like an Amazon Prime TV show, and they have a couple seasons. I highly recommend it, by the way.
Man, I'll
But
be honest.
it's
I haven't watched really any TV since we started it since month 2 of this program.
I
Only
haven't.
but
thing I've been trying to catch is sports. And I'm a
gotcha.
Lakers fan and we won last night. By the
Yeah.
way.
It really, really
Lakers.
makes me think of like, kind of all of the different types of media that we are like learning about. Just
Upgrade.
because like the show is based off of like it's like a virtual reality practically. Like
Mhm.
when you die, you upgrade to like
A
a
new body or something?
no, you upgrade to like this virtual heaven. Like that's what it is. Like
Okay.
Shows.
your body goes into like this tank, like it's very science like, and then like your memories and your thoughts get uploaded into
Oh,
a
like Avatar, like the tree on the Avatar movie.
possibly. I haven't
Okay.
ever watched Avatar, but like yeah,
Oh.
I know it, what didn't appeal to me as a child. But
Mhm.
yeah, your thoughts and stuff get uploaded, and like all of like the technology is very like your hand opens up a cell phone. Like
Mm.
it's weird and it's really cool, but it just made me think of like the virtual reality.
Mm. You know something though?
Hmm.
I wonder how, like, how, I'm pretty sure it's getting to that point because, um, have y'all ever researched like making a ad for virtual reality? Like, how does that work?
Nope, I have never.
Yeah, but I
Mm,
can only imagine that it's similar to the actual virtual reality experience itself. I mean, instead of it being the game, or instead of you going up a building, you're actually involved into the actual or in with the actual product. I mean, I can see that would really be. That's what I was saying. That would be awesome to just. It's like you put the person or the consumer into that
hmm.
place. So I mean, yeah, but no, I've never researched it.
Yeah, I bet it's possible because I know like they had where you move your phone up to see the rest of a picture, you
Mhm.
move it down to see
I
the.
don't
I'm
get
pretty
it.
sure they do
I don't
have something like
understand
that.
that.
The SCAD. Are y'all familiar with SCAD?
Mm-mm.
Scared the
Savannah
school.
Art School. My
Mm-hmm.
daughter went there for, I guess, about 6 months. And the initial introduction to the school, they give the students a virtual reality camera that they put on, and it shows them the school wherever they turn their head. It takes them down the hallway, or it takes them around whatever the buildings are, and I mean it's exactly what we're talking about. And I guess to inspire students to go to that school, that is a
Mm-hmm.
huge advertising phenomenon. I mean, she was so blown away with, look at the technology. But yeah, you move your
Ooh,
head and you're in the building, you're looking at the ceiling or you're looking at the, whatever. And it's with this thing that they give them. So I mean, it's really cool.
wow.
Really cool. She might have it if I,
It's
well, let's see,
scared.
y'all,
There's
we're
some
on.
top recruiting there.
She well, she went from SCAD, now she's at Full Sail.
Gotcha.
From SCAD to Georgia Southern. She got her bachelor's degree in art, and then she's at Full Sail now getting her master's in film design, I guess. So,
Mhm.
but
Do
the
you
SCAD at that time was just a little bit more than what she was driving, so it was about an hour away. It ended up being after about 6 months she ended up transferring to Georgia Southern.
Yeah,
So
that commuting is something different. Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
so do you think that might be like, the future of, brand identity going down the
Um,
virtual reality path?
no, I'm gonna say it will have its place. I'm not gonna say it's
Right.
just the future,
Yeah.
because
Right.
you still have to live
Mm-hmm.
outside the virtual reality. So
Yeah.
it will have its place. I'm just going. My mind went left field when she told me
Mm-hmm.
about that elevator. I was like, maybe virtual reality will be the new form of jail. I don't know. Who knows?
Like,
Jail.
Yes.
You went to prison?
No, no, I'm saying maybe it could be, instead of you doing 20 years of life, you do 5 hard years with with an Oculus on your eyes. I don't know.
How did
That'd
I
you
be
go
feel
to
scary.
like that
prison?
would be so dangerous. I
I-
feel like that would involve so much other medical stuff
Yeah,
attached to you.
mental. Wow, I just went to China where you get up underneath the water and they drip water on your head to go crazy. I mean, really?
What? What? I've
I know.
never
It's
heard
a torture. It's
Yeah,
a
that
torture.
torture, that just
Yeah,
in the
no, it's like
same
you
spot.
can't move your head. They pin you down or whatever. And I don't know anything about it, but it's a torture. And you just have that water hitting your head over and over again and it just doesn't stop. So
Mhm.
eventually, I guess
It
it drives
gets
them
tender, it gets sore, and it just
mad.
pop, pop. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my
You went to
goodness.
prison. I just went to China. So
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
that's funny. But yeah, I mean, the technology is just amazing. And then as far as what we can do in media design, there are just so many possibilities. Just it blows my mind. It just, and like what you were saying, I didn't realize there were so many different types of media out there that you can use to
Yeah.
advertise or to produce all the different things that you're wanting to for a company. It's really phenomenal.
So what has what kind of the learning material helped you guys with your brand identity? Especially since last month we did like the brand identity guide. Like that was a huge project. What was
Mm,
some of like the learning materials that helped you guys?
learn. Well, I can't say all, but really all, because most of everything we've covered is brand new to me. Um,
Me too.
I think what I've been researching the most is voice and tone, more about voice and
Mhm.
tone, because I want to do the commercial, and I'm not in the radio ad, and I'm not going to record it myself. I told
Oh,
Andrea and Phil, I said I think I sound more like a villain more than I sound like a hero. So I've been reading more about voice and tone, trying to understand, make
yeah.
sure that I'm hitting that mark for my brand.
And
So
mine voice and tone, I've been looking at not necessarily the actual audio, but in the colors and in the designs as far as how it's portraying,
mm,
and I'm not meeting the mark that I want it to. It's not getting the message across after I'm done. My idea in my head, is playful, or my idea is imaginative, but then I see it and I back up and I look at it and it's not conveying that message. And so I'm still trying to figure out, she was talking about how some people have not completely gotten their design and their brand completely finalized yet. And that would be me, because I'm not happy with what I produced so far. And also with the time constraints,
yeah,
and
that's
I'm
the time.
I'm like you as far as this is all new to me too. And so
Mhm.
taking that, by the time I get it produced or put together and then submit it, there's not enough time to redo it or go back. And I guess that's what this whole process is about. But to go
Mhm.
back at that time and just, you know, make the corrections or figure out how to get the message across like I want. So that's where I'm at now, is trying to figure out what I'm wanting to change almost a lot of what I've got out there because it's not conveying what I want it to.
You know something, in the beginning when we first picked in what month did we pick these? Month 6 or something? 7? Something
I
like
think
that?
it was month 7 is
7?
when we
I
picked what brand we wanted to do, and then that's when we did the brand, like the mood board almost, like, you know, the
Mhm,
I
for
can't,
sure.
yeah.
Well, Laura, I thought you were gonna do like focus, if I remember correctly. I thought you were gonna focus more on the book aspect of Greener Day than the toy.
But the thing is though that the brand is about a wooden online toy shop. It's not really about the book.
Well, it's toy and book, but I think the focus would be more on toy. And I had that didn't go over well with the instructor, I guess, as far
Mhm.
as that didn't really say.
About the books.
Well, remember, I don't know if you remember, but I had the little boy at the door, and it was like imaginative when he opened the door, and you could just see just something different of another world out there, you know.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
I thought that was really cool. But I kind of lost some of that. I've lost the imagination, the imaginative aspect of it, and I went into creating a character, I guess. And then it's greener day, so it's eco-friendly. And the arms I made kind of like leaves, but I made them like arms to where it kind of looked where it was like this and just had the cute smile and a little bit more playful. But then I ended up that's what I'm saying. I had lots of different ideas. Maybe I'll just shoot y'all some of my stuff and get y'all's idea where to go, which
You
one you
know
think.
something, that's a great idea, man, because you're also gonna need that for collaboration, probably on our next mastery journey.
Well,
So
remember,
that's another concept that I would say been helping me, collaboration, because I've been asking different people, people in Chicago
well, yeah,
have
you went to the library and and cornered them up and said, "Yo, y'all
yeah, I did,
tell
but
me which one."
yeah. But I have a friend, she owns a clothing line in Chicago, and she also does graphic design. So I shoot
Oh,
her a
nice.
message sometimes. Hey, tell me what you think of this, because the letterhead, I've used letterheads, but I've never created a letterhead.
Oh,
So
okay.
yesterday I worked from 10 a.m. to almost 6 p.m. working on letterheads because I just thought it was gonna be.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
What asset did you guys especially you, Laura, what did you choose for like your assets B and like your asset C for you know, this course? Like what did you decide to choose for like your big asset? Like I know there's like the looping animation and the 30-second radio
I did
ad.
the 10-second. I did the 10-second animation was the last one.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's gonna look really cool. I decided to go with the website.
Did you?
I did.
Ooh,
It's
the
going to
website?
I did go with the website. I know that is a huge like project. However, because it's an online toy ad, I felt like doing the website would be probably like the most,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
It does.
However, when I was struggling for like, you know, choosing which asset for asset B. I obviously chose billboards. Um, and then I ended up choosing street pole banners
I
because
did the
I
pull banner.
you did pole well, we had pole banner on, you know, like the ones that we had to actually do, like
Right.
thought. Nope, I lied. We had the letterhead, the logo animation, social media package. We had billboards and street. I did billboard, street pole banner. Yeah. Did I mess up on my little schedule? Possibly.
Right.
Yeah, I did.
Street
Silly me.
pole. So it's billboards and street poles. Billboard, street poles. I don't know. Is it? It's no restriction on there, right? No, like no restrictions on how you make it look, right?
Oh no, it's based on
Mm,
your design, based on your
yeah.
Yeah, I would probably put. I don't know. You know how you got Six Flags exit or something. I don't know. I would put mine close to some type of theme park or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But as far as my assets, man, I just chose to do the ticket package and the uniform, you
Look,
know. But I do want I have been researching. I want to add a cereal box in there too. I know it's crazy,
A
but
cereal box. That
a
would be
cereal box. I
that'd
want
be
to add a
great.
cereal box.
Well, you know that like Special K, they always have like the sports people on there to get.
Yeah, so that was my thought, but I
You
don't
said,
know. I don't
you
know
said
what I
Lakers.
would name.
You said yours was Lakers, your team.
Yeah,
Is that Julius Irving?
yeah, back in the day.
Don't
No,
don't
no,
make
no, no, not Julius Erving back. No, 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 no. Julius
oh
Erving played for few.
Kareem Abdul
Kareem, Kareem and Magic.
Magic. There you go. I used to watch basketball. That was my thing back in the day. And the Celtics with Larry Bird. I know these like really old people,
Yeah, yeah. Man, I know all these people, boy.
but they were good people. But yeah,
They still around though. That's the good part. They
are
still
they?
around.
Are they? But yeah, the cereal boxes, that was a huge thing they would to sell to the children. They would have these
I know, cause Wheaties had a big
sports.
thing. It was
It was
Wheaties.
Wheaties.
It
Yeah,
was
that's right.
Wheaties had a big
Yeah,
thing.
right.
Um,
And so your team mascots or your team heroes or whatever are on the boxes, and it just the kids are like, oh mom, and it
I
helps
know,
sell the
but
product.
I don't know what to name the cereal though. I'm like Enforcer Rose,
Oh,
Pucker
how
Rose.
cute!
I'm like, I just don't know. I don't know. I've been thinking about the name, so
Enforcer Rose. What do you think, Sylvia?
Enforcer Rose.
Instead
That's
of
an
Cheerios?
interesting. That would be an interesting cereal.
Enforcer Rose,
Uh,
That
Champion
kind of
Seas. I don't know. I don't know.
Champion Seas sound really cool.
The Champion Seas. That might be it. Then I'm gonna have to design some little sea cereal and blue, 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 blue.
Or even the Champion Ease. Las Vegas
Oh,
Enforcers. Instead of C's, do E's.
Champion Seas.
I wouldn't put. Would you put the? I would just put Championese, right? Not the Championese. Just put
No,
Champion.
correct.
Yeah,
Yeah, Champion Ease.
Championese.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a thought though. It's just a thought because I'm doing the ticket package and I'm also doing the uniforms. So I don't know if I'm just do the jerseys. I saw a lot of people only did jerseys. So I'm thinking about just going one step further and doing like the full uniform. But
Okay. Yeah, just like the options are either employee uniforms, team jerseys, one or the
yeah,
other you can
then
do. Or I think it's actually all, isn't it?
it's an option for the
Oh, the
jersey.
options for the
But
delivery.
you know
Oh
something?
no, it says specifications. I think you have to do both.
Oh shit.
Or base assets
Oh
and
well, whatever.
yeah, you
It's
have to
just
do
a
both.
polo, and I never heard of place it. I never heard of place it, and I was like, I can just drop my logo here, and they'll place it on the shirt for me.
You didn't know that? There's like
No, because
Photoshop
anytime I had to do a mock up, I make it myself.
yeah, there's Photoshop mock-up like templates that you can use.
Mm. Yeah, I
Uh,
knew that, but place it was doing it online for me just to test. I was just testing it out.
yeah. I'm doing the billboards for sure and the street pole banner, the website, and then obviously the three that we absolutely need. I was just struggling with like the asset beat, like what to choose other than billboards because of the fact that, as an online toy shop, what would be
Yeah.
appropriate for that? I thought maybe bus stop poster, but then I thought, well, street pole banners because like they can be placed inside, was like, where was
Anywhere, basically.
Wisconsin? I think it was Wisconsin, that it was Madison, Wisconsin, wherever it was actually like
Hmm.
The
brought up.
billboard, the billboards and the pole banners. I mean, you can think of them as being tangible out on the side of a road or out the side of a highway.
Yeah.
But in your web design, you can use them as taking them on a journey and having it part of your web design. It doesn't
Oh,
necessarily
yeah.
have to be a billboard or
Right.
a I wouldn't think or a pole thing. Actually, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Use it within your actual web design, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, you're right. But I really wanted to just like keep it not simple, but like kind of all work together, very cohesive, kind of, because it wouldn't have made sense to have tickets. It wouldn't have made sense to have uniforms.
Right.
It wouldn't have made sense to, have it, well, or have swag really. And
Yeah,
I would do
yeah,
swag and have it on but to have
exactly.
t-shirts, canvas bags, mugs, and baseball hats, like it just
I could see the T-shirt.
Yeah,
I could,
t-shirts and maybe mugs.
and the
Maybe
canvas bag.
Yeah, I mean, even the baseball hat too. I mean, you could have the logo on the baseball cap, but I feel like for starting out business, it wouldn't really necessarily make sense to have swag just yet. Maybe for the
That's
Las
true.
Vegas enforcers,
We need
that
swag.
would swag
Right.
because that's an actual place you're going to, and a lot of people, pick up,
Mhm.
something to take home with them.
So yeah, and yeah, I guess they had to even it out whenever they made this
Yeah.
list. But another thing, I think they could have added like package design for y'all. You know what I
I
mean?
think that
I
would have
think
been really
that'll be a
awesome.
great one. Package design. How do the toys come? Are
Which
they?
possibly I might decide to venture out a little bit and add
Hmm.
that in to like my final overall design as package design, because like, you got to think of like boxes, you got to think of like even like the packaging that it comes in, and
Hmm.
because it's a toy shop, you got to think eco-friendly as well.
Hmm.
So, because they're eco-friendly. So, that might be something down the line I might decide to develop. Like you're doing the cereal box, I might decide to develop into the packaging just because of like the actual brand itself. I have like some different ideas.
Hmm.
I know when we first were coming up with ideas for our brands, one of them was to make it not just about the kids and the fact that it's a toy brand, but also like make something universal that when, the parents or grandparents buy that said toy, the packaging transforms into something for the parents and the grandparents that is eco-friendly. So
Right.
like it's a planter box that they can reuse instead of throwing out a normal box.
oh, that's a neat.
Yeah. So there's, I think that ties into, I want to say we are on the second question, and it's
Mhm.
asking about like the case study. Because if you looked at the UG, they had their packaging. I don't
Yep.
know what their parameters were for this project. They had not only did they have package design, they had try this new drink. We got nitro tea, and they also had a fleet of vehicles. I was like, so it just, pushed the envelope.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
And that's really cool too, having like, a wrap, like a vehicle wrap that's driving around,
Mm-hmm.
promoting your brand.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
Lord, no, I just went to P Daddy or whatever rapping. When you said video rap, I'm like, whoa, what kind of like you gonna come up with your own rap something? No, but I got vehicle rap. All right, I'm coming back down. I'm coming back down.
All right. All right.
All right,
That's so funny.
I can see it. Did 4 sons? Yeah, go up.
Maybe you should do the music. Maybe you should change.
I don't know. See,
No,
That's
don't
one.
change anything. No,
I
no, I was
can't,
just
I
that's
can't do
simple.
it.
Remember you said simple. Okay,
I gotta go simple. I'm gonna go
yeah,
simple.
yeah.
But you know something? I asked her too because it's another art teacher, one of my peers in the district. He actually knows how to play instruments and make music. So for the commercial, I don't want to touch any sound at all. So I'm gonna ask him to make the sound for me, make the score for me for my commercials and all of
That's
them.
so cool. That is so awesome that
I'm
you're like
you
out.
got to use these resources,
Oh
man,
yeah.
because
Nope.
if you
I
don't, blah blah blah, it's easy to fall behind.
Nope. I understand that. Sometimes you have to ask for a little bit of help. There's nothing wrong with that. Like
That's fair.
outsourcing from others sometimes is smart. I turn to like my coworkers and I showed them my brand vision guide from last month and I was like, "Hey, what do you think of this?" Just like what do you think of my logo and the presentation, like the assets that I have decided to create or pull from, like, my photography and stuff. And like, I got like good feedback from that because I also showed them like my past assets that I had and
Gotcha.
like kind of the month and stuff that we were like had time to think about. I changed things drastically. I don't know if you guys had a chance to be able to look at my brand vision guide from like past months from like, my style guide and stuff. It's changed
So you
drastic.
updated your vision board too?
I did update my vision board. Well, not yet. So the assets have been updated in my brand guide. I just need to put those assets now in my brand vision board because they have been updated. So like I changed my pattern, um, and kind of the overall look kind of
I
in
understand.
a sense. I didn't change like my colors or my typography or anything,
Yeah,
but
I did the same thing. I just took a lot out. I just took a lot out
Yeah,
and made it more simple. And
yeah.
yep. And Laura, you said you teach second grade, right?
I do.
Oh my goodness, you
Oh
guys
no,
are
I had asked.
sisters.
I asked when we first had to do that vision board because I know second grade teachers y'all hands on. It's a lot of cutting and pasting going on. I was like, could she do hers? Like out of magazines or something like that. I thought that would have been cool, but he would not. He would not go. I thought that would have been more genuine than doing it online.
See, that's like how it used to be done for brand
Yeah,
vision
yeah, I
boards
know,
is
but
cutting things out of magazines and making it it would be traditional like that.
I think, man,
I've
I probably
seen
would have pushed if listen. The only reason I didn't use comic books is because I recently gave them to my nephew. I recently gave
Can't have any more.
my little stack to my nephew. That's the only reason I didn't use comic books. But I would have been cutting and pasting, no lie, because
mm,
it's a vision board.
literally I've seen old vision boards. So my company that I work for literally has a whole book. Like it's like a big book, like about this thick of all past like media types and stuff, and there's vision boards in there
Cut
that
out.
are from cutouts and stuff, and these pages are huge. Like these
You
pages
should send
are
me that. I would
big,
love to
I
see
know, that's
that.
what I was just thinking. I'd love to see it. Yeah, wow.
and we have volumes on top of volumes of these books
Mm. Yeah,
because we have
you
a
should
book
send me
for
a
each.
picture of those. I would love to see that. I don't, I like digital. It's very easy to access, but something about flipping pages, man. Something
Yeah,
about flipping through a memory book. You can't beat that feeling.
yeah.
I
Whatsoever.
know, I think it was Argo's class. I got frustrated trying to do the digital and the Adobe and putting it all together as far as getting my thoughts together. And I
Mhm.
did. I spent one day and I just sketched the whole thing out as far as what my brain was thinking. I had a little girl swinging on a rope with wooden toys and a boy sitting down there like with a boat and a father playing with his child with on his knees. And I sketched this all out and kind of drew it. I said it to him and I said, please tell me if I'm even remotely on the right
Mhm.
track. Is this kind of what I would do if I was doing this digitally? And he said that that's what he used to have his students actually do that. And so I was right on target as far as getting my thoughts together and putting it all down. But instead of cutting and pasting, I just sketched it out.
Yeah.
So that was good feedback because I felt like, okay, well, maybe I'm not too far off, but I had just gotten frustrated trying to get it all together. And so by doing that, whether it's cutting and pasting or sketching it out, I mean, that was good for me to get my thoughts around what I was trying to do. So yeah, but then I didn't. As far as like even now, now I've kind of gotten lost from the message of my company.
You know what? So let me ask you. Do you feel like do you feel like you're on track to get started this week with your schedule?
I feel like I have to get started with my schedule this week. I'm
Hmm.
gonna have to figure it out, so I don't have a choice. But yeah, I'm at the point right now. I have to make a decision on the thing that I'm losing is I'm losing the excitement or the imagination or the childlike feel for my design. I have it's turned into just it's not a circle, but a circle with the name across it and a banner. I mean, that's not, to me, that doesn't say, that's not
Gotcha.
inspiring you, and that's not making you think
Hmm.
of becoming a astronaut flying through the air. I mean, there's nothing imaginative about, in my opinion, what I have
Gotcha.
right now. So I've
Okay.
got
Let's
something
let's do this then, y'all. How much time do we have?
I am not sure. We have been on for about, what time
40.
did we start? 40 minutes, maybe. Actually, no, I think it's a little bit less than that because
All right. So let's use these last 15 minutes, Sylvia, and we gonna let's help Laura out.
okay,
I think that's way better than, you know, because we got this schedule, it'll be harder. I think
yeah.
that'll be way better. So
This will tie in with our number 3. This is discussing the challenges encountered while completing your brand projects in this course. I mean, this is kind of how to help her overcome these challenges
right.
and kind of, what we both have learned from this project process to help her.
Okay.
So
So
that kind of
get,
incorporates our number 3 topic.
I got my pencil, I got
I
my
need to get
paper. Let's do it. All right.
let me
So
get
Laura, you are doing Greener Day tours, right?
right.
So please tell me, what
Like how,
are the 3 core attributes? Did you figure that out?
yeah, I don't have any of this pulled up, guys. I need to pull it up. But yeah, yeah, I gotta pull it all up. I don't remember everything.
What's
Hmm.
your theme? What's your overall theme?
Imagination, imagine.
Imagination. Okay.
And that's where I'm saying
Imagination.
I got lost because I wanted to have I wanted that my logo to feel like when you looked at
Imagination.
it like it was magical.
Hmm.
Like, that because when you if you go to Disney World and Tinkerbell flies down from, have y'all been to Disney World before? Okay.
Hmm.
I might be,
Hmm.
y'all be, what? She does, huh? But like from the castle, and I mean, there's not, the children are like, wow, she's magically coming down or going from the castle. I don't, that's kind of what my design in my head, I wanted it to be magical or in using your imagination with the design.
As soon as
So,
you said that, I went straight to Willy Wonka. I mean, straight to Willy Wonka. I think you should just do a word mark. Just do a word mark logo. Leave it simple as a word mark.
well,
Greener Day tour. Don't
Magical.
worry about no emblems. Don't worry about no squares, no circles. Just straight word mark. Greener Day tours. You can still animate a word mark too.
Yeah, you can. You know how, like, you talking about Tinkerbell and
Exactly. And she
Disney,
just plopped.
and they're like,
all right.
it's so.
Oh, to write it out. Okay.
Yes. Make a word mark logo.
Well, what I actually had one on my board with the gazillion other designs, but I had I made the GDT as far as one design or kind of together because the G comes up and then the D kind of makes with the T coming down. And then
No,
and then
I wouldn't do GDT. I would make sure it
I'm
says
saying with it
Greener
written
Day.
out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I had,
Greener
well,
Day tour.
right. I had
Yep.
it written out beside it, but yeah. So just Greener Day toys.
Mm-hmm.
How
Make
would you do that as a magical? Just the color. And see, I don't like my colors. I ended up
so
going,
tip, let's narrow your colors down. What were your, because I remember on one vision board you had a lot of colors,
what?
right? So yeah,
How
yeah.
many
So
colors did you have?
Well, the logo itself right now just has the three. It has the or four. The three. It has the green, the
mm-hmm.
red, the yellow, and then the black type. But
Green,
I want to
red,
say
yellow, and black. All right.
I don't even think it has yellow now. I think it's just green. I think it's just the red banner with the green with the black type and then the green in the back.
All right.
But
So we're not gonna
If
count
I
the
can
black.
pull,
We're
let
not
me
gonna
see if
count
I
black.
can pull up your vision, your brand guide from last month, and I'll share it so we have, you know, a reference. Hold up.
Hey, put it back up. Wait till I get in.
So then Jeremy can see what your brand vision guide was from last month and
Mhm.
kind of see where we are at.
So, what made you pick green, red, and yellow?
Well, Greener Day Toys, I was going for natural colors. And then like, I'm telling you, my brand, it all got out there. But I was going for greener for natural. So I started out with the greens, the browns, the natural colors. But then when you look at imagination and magical, I don't see the dull green that I ended up choosing, and the because I ended up going with a like an olive green and a kind of like a peachy color, and it's like a very soft, mundane color.
Okay, okay. Here, I'm gonna share my screen with you guys. I have pulled hers up. Let me make it
Oh, yeah.
bigger.
So
So I'm not gonna lie, Laura. When I'm looking at it, I'm getting very much Jamaica vibes.
I absolutely love that picture though. Of
The
that
picture, hey, that picture is gold. The picture is golden.
but
That's your brand archetype right there.
I was so tickled because I actually was able to cut him and place him, and I that's like technology was like really cool. So I did it.
Yes,
I'm so proud
the
of you.
picture is golden.
Yeah. Did you
So
see?
let's go down to the color palette. All
Yeah.
right, so
And see the colors at the top where I have the brown. I don't even have that in my color palette.
yeah,
It just ended up not being it not connected. I lost the connection of what I was doing. I'm trying because of time and trying to get it together and trying to figure it out. Go down to the actual. I'm so glad you can do this. I wish I could do this kind of stuff. Go down some more, but see how pale that is? That's not magical. Do you see what I'm
yeah.
talking
Oh,
Go down
this
to
is
the
more
listen.
sustainable.
Yeah,
Yes, yes. Now go down. I want you to go down to the actual design. Okay, keep going, keep on going. Up, keep going, keep going,
Oh,
keep going, keep going.
hey, look, your rocking horse. That's something magical.
Right, and then over the last two photos where you
Oh
touch
my goodness. This last
yeah,
picture.
so those are my ideas. But then keep going.
You could totally make a logo like that. Have
This
a
is right.
square.
All right, keep going down. What now? See, and this is
Oh.
the green. And then I ended up changing the colors because I thought I had too many colors. But I don't know.
Yeah, this is not magical.
That's what I'm saying. So how would you make it magical?
Oh,
Well, you
go
could
back
just-
up, go back up, go back up. That's it right there. Pow.
You see that last
That little
picture?
kid
I
That
know,
blasting
kid,
off.
isn't it awesome?
you can do
That's
something
it.
like that as a logo. You
I
can
don't know
have
how
the
you
box. You
You
do
would
the
have the pen tool it.
Well,
well,
that's how I
yeah.
did the one at the top. That little boy that's sitting at the top. That's what I did. I pen tooled him and cut him
No,
out.
but you would have to do this in Illustrator. You
Yes.
understand? You most definitely would have to do the logo in Illustrator. It
Yeah,
could be
you
a
don't-
basic silhouette. You get what I'm saying? Maybe you change him from sitting on that box to a rocking horse or something like that.
like
Well, the
that
box
is
is the
magical.
imagination.
Yeah, but hey, I'm the box is supposed to be the imagination.
He's dreaming of flying, I guess.
Yeah,
that
but
is
at this point, I think you can get away with that. You can change the look, change it to a rocking horse or anything. Or if you go up Green Day Tours, go back up to the image, the very first image.
I'm going.
See, even my colors are just
Yeah,
drab.
your colors not no the colors
I
you gonna
would
get
get rid of this like
yes.
pinkish looking taupe
Right.
color. I would stick with like 4
Hey,
colors.
go back up though.
Yeah, I'm going. I would stick to like 4 colors total.
Stop. You
but
see the goggles and the helmet.
Right.
That could be your logo. The goggles and the helmet.
Be my logo. Now, see, you're losing me. I don't know what you
just
mean.
have the helmet and the goggles. Nothing
Yes,
else.
that's
Oh,
can be
just by
that can
itself. Oh, yeah.
that's
Okay.
But it
yeah,
kind of makes up like a face, like just the goggles and
that's
the
it.
helmet.
That
Okay.
can be your logo.
I can do that.
But I will say for your Greener Day toys, how you have it fading like this, I wouldn't do that. It
Okay.
makes it really hard to read.
Okay.
Um, and you kind of lose it just kind of looks muddy some.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Hey, let's get to that color palette though. Let's get to that color
yeah,
palette
that color
for sure.
palette.
So
So
listen, I understand you want that green because it's Greener Day toys, and I
I
understand
mean, you
it.
don't have to
But
have
you don't necessarily have to go with green whatsoever. You
right.
don't.
Right.
Purple is a mysterious color. Blue
mhm,
can be
that's
seen as a mystic
imagination.
color.
Okay.
Yellow, you can incorporate the yellows, right?
Okay.
But what I would tell you to do, I think Willy Wonka, the actual candy shop, they have so many examples of color schemes that you can borrow from. I would look at him from the purples to the gobstoppers. You know,
Because
it's
his
just
his outfit was dark purple. You remember that?
right,
I think it
right.
was,
So
wasn't it
you
a deep purple?
right. You don't even
So
necessarily
Laura,
have to go dark purple. You can go a
here
lighter
was
purple.
here was my color scheme. I kind of kept it very, very, very basic. Hold on. So I have 4 colors.
I love the blocks. Okay.
Yes. I actually did that in Illustrator. There is a 3D function in Illustrator. You can create a block and then you can change the texture on those said blocks that you create. It's really neat. But yes, so I kept it pretty simple with colors, and then the black and white are interchangeable. You can use black and white on anything. You don't need to have it as a presentation in
Okay.
your brand guide.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Correct.
good.
Because that's just like a given, black and white. I mean,
I didn't know. Yeah, that's awesome.
yep. I'm just giving you a little bit of knowledge. But yeah, so
So what is your theme?
my theme is sustainability and growth.
Okay.
So mine's sustainability and growth, kind of like it's a modge podge between the two. Here is my logo design. So I went based off of that book idea
Like
and the
that.
block. So, the pages of the book are open and the block is like emerging, and then you have the element at the top, whether that is like the fans of a windmill or even a leaf.
Marijuana?
Mm.
How many leaves did marijuana? We're talking Jamaica. Oh no. Mine's oh no,
Ah,
it's only 5 leaves. Okay. My husband said no, Laura, it's got 5 leaves, not 5.
oh wow.
Well, we went back.
No, it
I
is
went back
not.
to Jamaica. Jamaica.
Yes, you did go back to Jamaica.
No, that's really cool. I like that. That's very pretty.
But yeah, so, you know, different patterns and texture. You can have it very bright. Yeah, this one was
I like that. See, that would be
so
that's
you see like the three shapes. That's kind of what my leaf is above my.
right, right.
That was what brought in sustainability and growth. I thought, well, growth, kids are growing.
Right.
Sustainability, it's eco-friendly.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of changed because it used to be just sustainability. And last month, the course instructor was like, it kind of gets lost um in
You
translation.
know what? I got it. You know what I think, Laura? Your theme is imagination, but you need to narrow it down.
Okay.
Imagination a little too broad. And
Okay.
so
Well, maybe that's what
like
I
you
meant.
got the kid holding with the goggles on, taking
Right.
with the airplane. Maybe your theme should be flying. Some
Flying.
flying, similar to like Peter Pan. You know how they used to fly, things like that.
You could always make a plane
It could
and
be planes too,
have
but I
it
think
made out of
yours should
block.
be
It's not just planes though. I mean, it's anything. So flying as far as how would I incorporate
flying through the clouds, a trip through the clouds, anything, taking an adventure, anything, but imagination. I just think imagination is so broad. It's just too broad, you
well,
know.
taking an adventure or going on an adventure or
And imaginative adventure. I would say that more than imagination, because your imagination can be anything.
Right.
You can imagine you got a plate of food in front of you, right?
Right. So
Maybe
imagine
you should change it to an imaginative adventure or something like that.
Oh, that would be cool and imagine.
That's what I'm saying. The imagination was just too broad.
okay.
It'll take you anywhere. And the top image really sells it all for you, honestly. The
Well,
top image.
I hope you can kind of see where with that image, and then the last two where they look magical, the boy on the box and the putting the blocks, and you can just see how, to me, that, I mean, that's where I was trying to go, and I ended up, like I said, just not there at all.
So my question to you, because I see your first slide and then I see your logo. How your type is completely different, like from your logo to your like heading type.
Okay.
Um,
Now I want, I think it's just I think it's, I want to say it's the same type, but just it has an effect on it at the top. So just don't change that up. Just make that the same then, right?
Wait. Go back to the top one more time. No, nah, that was two different types.
Well,
They're
there's two. There's Aurora. Yeah, there's Aurora
Yeah,
Ultra. And then
I honestly like this
top.
serif that you have. I
Okay.
think it can be manipulated.
Okay.
yeah, I like it as well. I don't think that you should have it like filled kind of like with that gradient almost.
Okay.
Personally, I mean, I like it, and if you can imagine it, you can achieve it, because that kind of
And the
gives
reason,
me that feeling of magic, because
yeah, my reasoning is because you know the golden books that had the little gold scripts on there.
Right.
You remember those? I'm pretty
Yes.
sure your kids I had some.
Right.
And
Right.
they use serif fonts in those books.
Right.
Not saying serif. So I think there could be another route you go to. Look at those golden, I forgot what they're called, golden books.
Right.
Just
They are.
right. That's a great pattern. You know what I'm saying? They have great patterns that you can use on the side.
Okay.
Yep.
what is your
When it says the
texture?
type underneath that little tiny writing up underneath the green day, it says what that type is up there.
What
So
are here's your textures and your patterns. I was just curious. I wanted to see them real quick.
The texture, to be honest, I can see you leaving the wood, but the kids artwork, take it out, take it out, take it out, take it out. You need a more simplistic pattern. When you think magic, you should be thinking stars. You should
right,
be
and
thinking
right.
And you can
one.
create those in Illustrator. So, for example, when you see like my block pattern at the very bottom of my guide,
Right.
I created that in Illustrator and I made that a pattern. You can end up making stars, and you know how to use the pattern tool in Illustrator?
I mean, I would have to look at it, but I know that you could
Okay.
copy and paste it, right? And just
So here, let me pull up Illustrator real quick.
No. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. We don't want to send her down. That's something else. Remember, we're on a time schedule. There's something else you would have to research how to do. What you do is you go to Adobe Stock
right.
and you look up magical patterns. They might have it.
Okay.
Right.
And I haven't gotten the feedback. Have y'all gotten the feedback on this yet from him?
No,
Because
not yet. Not yet.
because I don't even think that I don't think my color palette, my final logo, I don't know that my color palette ended up, that green that you see in the back of that right there is not in my logo at all.
I really like that olive green.
I mean, I do, but
it doesn't scream imagination.
No, it gives more nature, if anything, more nature, if anything,
it's a
but
calming,
not magical.
right?
But not
And
magical.
I can see where you're coming from with your badge, though, for your logo. It kind of screams like old Western, belted badge on a kid's belt that is playing like cowboys.
Or it could be like a buckle on a spell book or something like that.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
could transfer.
Ah,
Yeah. But I would consider possibly changing the shape kind of the overall, emblem.
Okay,
Right.
So
so
having it more rounded, maybe. Well, what are your descriptive words? So you have like imagination, but like what are your descriptive words? Or
they're in there. Go down, go down, go down.
Yep.
Good luck on y'all.
I'm glad we can help, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so glad. I'm
That's a
so
lot of
glad. But hey guys, we're gonna wrap this up. Group G.
Go, G, yeah.
That's
All
All
right.
right, guys.
a wrap.
Enjoy y'all day, guys.
You too. Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, Jeremy.
Bye.